JRCV here with former world champion Jason Sosa. Jason, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just staying focused and staying in the gym.
Staying in the gym, just got done with your workout, man, getting it in and all that. What was the, how did it feel, man, coming off your last fight, being able to go out in front of the Philly crowd and get that TKO?
It felt great, man. I mean, first and foremost, fighting at pretty much I call it home.
Right.
You know, there's always an excitement moment and time to fight in silly Philadelphia. You know, it's boxing is historic there. So at the end of the day, I felt great on that performance.
So I mean, in the lead up to that fight, there was some talks about maybe some of your financial situation, some of the problems that you had with that, and my takeaway from that, right, was the fact that you were able to overcome that and come through that with no kind of bitterness or nothing like that. How easy is it though for like a young fighter that comes into some money to kind of like fall into that same kind of problem?
It's easy, real easy. I mean, I made a lot of money, and I found myself, you know, at the time it was like giving a kid candy and not knowing what to do with it. You know, I had so much money that I was probably spending like $50,000 a day. It was crazy. You know, I was just having fun. I learned from it. It was a bitter, rough experience, but you know, at the end of the day, it's about learning. I'm still young.
Right.
I learned from that very bad experience. I don't want to be that guy anymore. I think I matured from it. You know, I'm humbled by it. I don't stress about it, because if I did, then I would still be down and I wouldn't have learned about it.
Wow.
So, you know, I took a good experience from it, and you know, I'm focused now. I'm humbled. I'm hungry. You know, I'm in a better place in my life I ever been. So I'm good.
So and not to make light of that situation, but $50,000 a day that's a chunk of money. What's some of the most, like, now looking back in hindsight, what's some of like the more, you know, maybe ridiculous purchases that you made, you know, at $50,000 a pop?
You know, it's crazy. It wasn't even a purchase. It was more like just money was just going. You know, it's hard for us as athletes and not have like a good settled team as like, you know, sports management or an advisor to help you kind of finance your money in a way, because, you know, the majority of the people that box, they come from a very poor, you know, place. So it's like I said, like giving a kid, like a baby, giving a baby candy to a baby, so they don't know how to react to it.
Right.
You know, I didn't know how to react with all this money, and I ended up spending it, and I learned from it. I mean, at the end of the day, you have all these athletes that go broke.
Right.
You know, not just boxers, but you're talking about basketball players, football players, you know, professional athletes. And I think we should be smart enough to kind of develop a team that's like, has somebody like, as I have right now, like my fiance. She take care of my money,
Right.
and I get paid every 2 weeks. So I'm in a better place, man. I love that we can do that.
Right. So now, what would you say? Because obviously, a former world champion. What do you think, in your mind, is the path to getting put back into the position to a world title shot? Like maybe even specifically a name. Like, who do you think? You know, what do you think the easiest path to that title shot is for you?
My next fight has been announced quietly, but we'll be back November 2nd with Berchelt for the WBC. So
Okay. So when was that announced?
a few days ago.
Okay. Well,
I know we was eyeing it down and talking about it, and that's what I want, man. You know, at the end of the day, you get recognized when you have a world title.
Right.
Me personally, I'm recognized. People love Jason Sosa. They love his action that he brings into, you know, boxing. When you go see Jason Sosa live, you fall in love with Jason Sosa. And this Jason Sosa coming around is more dangerous than the last one, because this one is actually very focused and hungry and just in a better place.
And what are you looking to bring to the table against in that fight against Berchelt?
You know, victorious. November 2nd, I will be victorious. I will have the WBC, and I want to unify. Right off the back, I I wanna make statements, and I wanna move up. I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. You know, I wanna go. I wanna you know make moves.
Right. And let me ask you a question, man. You know, Tevin trains out of this gym. You know, there's been a lot of back and forth between Gervonta and Devon and that whole situation. You know, money, people saying that, you know, fighting on an app is why, you know, that whole deal. Like, do you think that there's, because I know on Gervonta's side he said that there's a general dislike for Tevin. Do you think that that feeling's mutual from Tevin to Gervonta, or do you think it's just a matter of him just wanting that fight and wanting to get in the ring with him?
You know, at the end of the day, I think Davis and Farmer, they both made this fight and wanted to be seen from the public. They both put in the work.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, they both deserve, you know, 50 purse. You know, at the end of the day, because not only Davis or Farmer made this fight happen, they both made this fight happen. And I believe that, you know, Tevin Farmer with Eddie Hearns and Davis with, you know, I guess when you say Mayweather promotion, they're a good team, you know. At the end of the day, they know what they want to do with their fighters. But I believe so that this wasn't a promotion, you know, event put together. This was a Tevin Farmer and Davis
Social
put
media
together.
going back and forth on Twitter and
Yeah, I think they're gonna eventually keep putting all that drama out. I think they're gonna build it even more, and they're gonna get it more exciting for the public to want to see it. And at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to a good split for both of them.
right. Do you think it will happen?
I think it will happen. I think it will happen. It should happen. You know, Tevin, my brother, he deserves it. I'll be with him all day, every day. I mean, pretty much in the gym, and he deserves a fight like that. And you know, Davis as well. I think he deserves a fight like that as well. You know, you could say that's a mega fight for both fighters.
Right.
You know, they're at the top of their game. They're both world champions, and yeah, I think they both deserve this fight.
And the fact that Tank said, I think he was on the Breakfast Club, and he made a comment that if they did fight, that it would spill over into the streets. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to see anything like that. I mean, do you think that that's real? Do you think that's building up the fight?
I really can't say. You know, at the end of the day, some people they're quiet, or some people are loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people won't understand when I say that, because it comes from the street. You know, it's some are loud, some are quiet, some are show off for social media, some don't. But at the end of the day, no, I believe not. I believe those two guys respect each other. But they have to do what they have to do to sell the fight.
Right.
And I think that's why they do what they do.